what is Pinterest? It's a social networking site. It allows you to basically have an online virtual pin board. Gone are the days of people tearing strips out of magazines and collating a sort of scrapbook of ideas and things that inspire them or things they want to buy. It's a place to discover ideas for your projects and interests, handpicked for people like you. That's what Pinterest says. Pinterest has been around since March 2010, and it was again founded in the USA. It was one of the fastest standalone websites to reach over 10 million unique users in history. There are now over 175 million users worldwide. In the US, there's a swing towards female users versus men. However, in the UK, the split is really even, and 80% of people use the site on their mobile. Now, that's unsurprising because people can use it quite easily on their mobile. You can just flick through ideas, and it's quite similar with quite a lot of the other platforms. A lot of people use social media on a mobile device. There are 100 billion ideas floating around on Pinterest. So, big site to be part of, and your ideas can be in that mix as well. So this is another thing that Pinterest say: get discovered, increase consideration, and drive results. So they've made this a little bit more concise than it had been previously in the past. They're now sort of giving you more tools and more ways of actually improving the traffic that can be driven from Pinterest to either your virtual online shop or your physical store where people can walk through a door. Basically, there's more ways now to convert interest on Pinterest into sales. So why would you want to use it? I've already mentioned a couple of these. It's to drive traffic to your website, and it can be a powerful marketing tool. So that's one of the biggest things we want to do. We want to find somewhere where we can put things together that will make customers come to us and hopefully buy things from us as well. Build it as a resource to help engage with your ideal customer and for research purposes. So I mentioned earlier about secret boards. People use those for research purposes for their business. So it's a good place to gather information and to keep that in one place for yourself. But basically, as I mentioned earlier, about engaging with your ideal customer, making it a resource for them, that's about making yourself into a bit of an expert. So trends for fitness, trends for beauty, trends for fashion, trends for weddings, all of those sorts of things that you could put together to create the feeling for your customers that you know what you're talking about, that you're an expert, that you're on top of the upcoming trends, and you can give them a little bit of information about those. So what business uses it for is to share your products and inspiration. So you're almost setting a scene and you're giving them a bit of background information about how you get to where you are. To build a visual mood board of your brand, so you're basically putting together boards that create a sense and feel for your brand and your season or your products or service, and for research and inspiration. So that's very top line. Of course, there's a lot more detail and information that goes into using your Pinterest account and gaining followers and engagement, and ultimately getting people to turn into paid customers. Some of you may have worked on search engine optimization, but basically one thing I haven't mentioned about Pinterest is that sometimes people use it as a search engine. So somewhat like using Google, there's a search bar at the top of Pinterest, and people will type into that what it is they're looking to find. Now, the way that those images are then sorted is because of the information that the original person creating the pin associated with that pin. So by that I mean they added some keywords that would help things be found. So if someone says holiday, somehow in the description, without making it sound too clunky, it said holiday in this place, or it's got the description of the place, the colour, something that will make it easy for people to find. So it's about getting to know your audience and what they might be looking for. So adding some information on your description of your pin to help people find it.